Hey guys, thanks for joining me on the mat today. Our flow today is going to be a super quick, super easy, super energizing morning sequence. So this is for when you are hopping out of bed in the morning and you're still feeling super groggy from the night before and you're like, you know what? I know the magic of yoga can help energize me because it can. So here's going to be a super quick energizing sequence. We're going to throw in a couple sun salutations because of their heating and energizing properties. We're going to throw in a little bit of steeple fingertips where all of our hands are clasped around each other and just the pointer fingers up. This is a very energizing mudra. And we're going to do a quick cool down to not totally cool all the energy down. But of course, we still will always end in a shavasana of sorts. I'm going to cue Supta Baddha Konasana, but of course you have the option to take traditional shavasana. Seems a little counterintuitive that we're going to be energizing up and then relaxing it all away. But you don't want to energize and create all this energy and then just leave it floating around with nowhere to go. Then you'll be super energized with all this motivation, but your body won't be able to assimilate it to put that energy towards any one task. You'll just be kind of left floating up in the air. So we'll reground, bring all that energy in, let the body do with it what it needs, and then we'll still be energized to go about the day, and we'll be grounded enough to do something with that energy. That's something people forget about the beauty of Shavasana. So, roll out your mat, hop into something comfortable, grab yourself a drink, and let's make some yoga magic. Okay, we're going to start today in hero pose. So this is a great place to bring a block to sit under your hips, beneath your feet if you need to. This is a short flow, so we're only going to be here for just a few breaths. We want to ground in and connect quickly. So we're going to take all 10 toes onto the mat. We're going to take our left hand to our stomach and our right hand to our heart to really get grounded in. And we're going to inhale and exhale nice and even through the nose for 3 rounds of breath. Starting that ujjayi breath with that little constriction in the throat. On our inhale, feeling our belly expand, chest rise, and then it all falls on the exhale. Last time. Very good. Let's bring our hands to the ground and come into tabletop. So hands are spread nice and wide. Push into the floor as we bring our shoulders directly over our wrists. Knees are hip-width distance apart, directly under our hips. And we're going to inhale, pull the shoulders back as we pull the chest through the arms. Send the tailbone up towards the sky. Abs are pulled in, chin parallel with mat. And then exhale, push into the floor and round into that upper back, sending the tailbone between the feet. Couple more on your own. Inhale and exhale to loosen up the spine, get the body moving. Inhale, broaden that chest through the shoulders as they pull back onto the back. Tailbone to sky, abs in. Exhale, rounding in that back and send the tailbone down. Last one. Inhale, broaden. Exhale, push that floor away. Beautiful. From tabletop, just step the feet through. And we're going to come to the top of our mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet can be hip-width distance apart. Rise up through the soles of the feet, growing long through the crown of the head. Hands down to the side. Inhale in, sweep the arms around. Exhale, fold down, hands come through midline, weight comes into our toes, tilt that pelvis forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands glide up the shins to under the knee as the shoulders come back, chest pulls forward, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, neck and spine is long, and exhale back over those bent knees. Bring your hands to the ground and we're going to step it back into plank. Fingertips are spread wide, push the floor away, energize the hips up towards the ears. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, come forward or drop your knees and chaturanga. And then inhale, upward dog or cobra. Sorry, this one bracelet always gets me. And then exhale, untuck the toes and push the floor away, sending the hips high to the sky. Downward dog. Swivel the hips, bend and straighten the knees, and just give that dog a little walk. First one of the day. And now push into the floor, soften the chest towards the knees. Exhale. Inhale, look forward as we step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold over our legs. Inhale, hands glide up the knees, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, back down, forward fold, pelvis tilts. Sit the hips low, bend the knees, and root to rise all the way up to standing, reaching tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, push the air away as we fold forward, hinging at the hips. Tailbone tilts towards the sky, pelvis comes forward, Uttanasana. Hands glide up the shins, shoulders pull back, chest pulls through, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale back over those legs as your hands find the floor. And now we're stepping back into plank. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, hinge forward, chaturanga. And then push up to upward facing dog. Pull the abs in. And now untuck the toes, send the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Look between the hands as we step or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold over one more time. As we bend the knees, sit the hips, and then root to rise all the way up. Hands come down through heart center. Here we go. Let's go through a couple Surya Namaskar B. So inhale the arms out and around as we sit back into chair pose. Tuck just enough to feel these abs engaged. It's only just a tiny little bloop. So we're not booty popping like we're at the club. We're just keeping the pelvis in and neutral and the abs engaged. Shoulders are on our back. Hands lifted toward the sky. Chair pose. Exhale, fold straight down over your knees. Uttanasana. Hands slide up the shin. Flat back. Half lift. And then exhale, hands find the floor. And then we step it back into plank. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, come up, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right toes up to the sky. As we exhale to crunch it in and drop that foot in the front, right foot down, back knee, left knee comes down, chest lifts, steeple fingertips, low lunge with the energizing mudra. Woo! Keep your balance. If you fall, just pick it right back up. Energize through the fingertips, squeeze them onto the ears. And then hands frame the foot, untuck the back toes. We're stepping it back into plank. Come forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog. And then exhale back into down dog again. Beautiful. Now sweep the left toes to the sky. Crunch that knee in as we drop it down. Back knee softens. Lift up with our steeple fingertips. Low lunge. Hips are squared to the front. Stretching the hips down and forward a little bit to really sink in. And then go ahead and frame the foot. Straighten the back leg and just pop that back leg forward. Fold over our legs, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, lift the chest only, chair pose. And then stand it straight up, mountain pose. Beautiful. Okay, sweep the arms out, around, and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, bending at the knees, hinging at the hips. Inhale, half lift, shoulders come back, chest pulls through. Exhale, fold back down, hands find the mat. And we're just going to take our right foot and step it to the back of the mat. Keep the knee up, send that calf all the way to the back of the room towards the ceiling. And lift our chest up, crescent pose. Steeple the fingertips, biceps next to ears, energize through the back heel. Left knee over left ankle. Breathe here. And now exhale down, frame the foot. We're going to plant the hands. Step the left foot back to meet the right in plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog. Pull those shoulders back, abs in. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful. Look between the hands as we step the right foot forward this time. Left calf is coming up towards the sky, really energizing through that back heel. And we lift the chest, crescent pose. Right knee over right ankle. Keep it strong, abs pulled in, hips squared. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Steeple fingertips. Energize through those fingertips. Come on, universe, give me that energy. And then frame the foot and pop that back foot in. Grab the elbows and fold down, Uttanasana. Breathing here, in and out through the nose. Nice even inhales and exhales. Go ahead and plant the hands and come into tabletop pose. Beautiful. Push it back, send the knees wide, and push it back into child's pose for one quick breath. Let it out through the mouth. Push yourself up and swing your feet around. We're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. So, keeping the soles of the feet on the floor at first. Sit back on your sit bones. Pull the abs in. Reach the hands forward and try and roll down vertebra by vertebra. Pull the abs in. Gaze stays lifted. Oh. And then let it go. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Knees out to each side. This is a great time if you have a block to go ahead and bring your blocks right here. under your knees. Bloop, just like this. Sometimes I just angle them a little bit. I don't need it all the way up, but I do need a little bit of that support. Or I bring them right here where my thigh and my butt meet. Hands resting on our belly, on our hips. A few breaths here. And now if you'd like, you can remove your blocks and take your feet wide into Shavasana, traditional Shavasana, or you can bring your hands either down to your sides or leave them on your hip bones. And just start to relax away into Shavasana. You may up the amount of support you have on your knees and your hips if you'd like, so you can really let the body relax. Let the feet relax. Even if they're touching each other, they're not pushing. They're not holding any weight. Give your hips a little wiggle to find the right spot on your tailbone. Knees should be soft, whether in Shavasana or Supta Baddha Konasana. Belly is soft, no longer needing to engage. Let your breath fall naturally. Top and bottom jaw relax away as the tongue relaxes onto the soft front of the bottom palate. Eyeballs maybe sink back a little bit in their sockets as our forehead and eyebrows soften away. Let all the thoughts go. Feel the earth and the mat beneath you. Let all that energy assimilate so we can use it later. Rest for just a minute. Start deepening and lengthening your inhale and exhale, bringing your sensations, bringing your awareness back into the room, letting your senses notice what's around you, wiggle your toes and your fingers. If you are in Supta Baddha Konasana, remove the blocks and stretch the legs out. If you're in traditional Shavasana, bring the feet together to touch. We inhale the arms out and overhead. Roll long from your fingertips to your toes. One big stretch. And then hug the knees in. Roll on to one side. We transition out of our practice through fetal pose. Coming into this world refreshed and renewed through our yoga practice. With your eyes closed, push up to a seated position. Instantly root down through your sitting bones. Feel the crown of the head rise up. Sweep the arms out and around, gathering up all that energy. Steeple the fingertips one more time at the top. And then pull it all down through heart center. First touching into the third eye center between the eyebrows. Energized thoughts. And then bring it down into the heart. Energized intentions and emotions. Dip the chin to the chest and lock it in there. That's some good magic. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for unrolling your mat and for joining me on this super quick flow. I hope you come back to it in the morning when you need a little pick-me-up. It's super simple for when you can start remembering it on your own. It'll be easy for you if you don't want to queue up a whole video. It'll be great. Thank you so much, and come back again soon and join me to make more yoga magic for your everyday life.